You know, I watched a video, because obviously I'm broadcasting at the time, of Mia Love's speech, and I said, oh my God, why haven't I had this lady on my program? Mia Love, it's an honor to have you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Why haven't you had me on your program?
Yeah, because, you know, I'm a little screwed up. What can I tell you? But I'm going to tell you something. Your election's very, very important, and I understand you're in a close race in the Utah 4th Congressional District. Can you tell us about this?
Yes. I mean, I'm in a tough race. I've got Representative Jim Matheson, who is supporting the president, actually said he's going to vote with the president again in November. He supported stimulus, he supported card check, he supported cash for clunkers, Obamacare, you name it. And somehow we have not had a candidate with enough funds to just go up against this person. And, you know, I came out, and it's I obviously a big threat. So we've got a lot of Washington liberals coming in to try and do whatever they can to keep me out. So we're going to raise money. We have to raise money, and we're going to beat them.
Well, first of all, I want my audience to know your website is love, L-O-V-E, 4 Utah.com, loveforutah.com. It's on my social sites. We need a little Levin surge here to help out our friend because the left's pouring a lot of funds in there. This is pretty much a tied race, isn't it?
Right now, yes, but we're gaining momentum. I mean, we have shifted from being 12 points behind, being in a dead heat, and we're going to win this race. We just need the resources, and we're going to make sure that the left isn't buying this seat.
How did you like giving a speech at the Republican convention?
I thought it was great. You know, everyone can relate to the truth. Everybody wants to have individual liberty. Everybody wants to have opportunities. Everyone wants to be able to have the opportunity to open up a business and hire people and create something and be successful. I wonder when success became such an awful thing. I mean, isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want for our children?
Mm-hmm. Tell everybody who may not have seen your speech last night a little bit about your background.
Well, my parents immigrated from Haiti. They immigrated in the 70s. They had $10 in their pockets, became U.S. citizens, and worked hard for every single dime that they earned. My dad, on the first day of college, told me, Mia, your mother and I have done everything we could to get you here. You are not going to be a burden to society. You're going to give back. And, you know, he taught me that we're not entitled to anything that we don't own, earn, work for, or pay for ourselves. And I've taken those principles with me.
Well, now, are your parents still alive, may I ask?
They're still alive and working hard. They're still alive and still working.
Oh, they must be proud as hell, though, watching you and give that speech, you know?
They are. They are. I mean, they seriously are living the American dream. If you think about it, they came from a country where they couldn't really own anything. They were completely governed and just their lives were taken by dictator after dictator. They come to a country, they're able to work hard. It didn't matter if they were scrubbing toilets. They bought a house. Their youngest child has become a mayor. Their other children are working and working hard. And now I get an opportunity to give back and do what my parents did for me and try and save these opportunities so my children have the same opportunities. I get to see what I can do about the $16 trillion debt that's swimming over their heads.
Is it, I see that your Wikipedia page was, you were attacked, it was changed. Mm-hmm. Do you have to put up with a lot of leftist attacks on you?
You know, is it surprising? Unfortunately not. Is it disappointing? Mm-hmm. Yes. And at some point, we've got to stand up and say, you know, we're not going to allow this. We want a president that's going to unite Americans. The problem with the president is his policies have made minorities the most vulnerable in society desperate and dependent on government and less reliant. And we've got to change that. Ultimately, less free.
Mm-hmm. The website is love, L-O-V-E, 4, Utah.com, loveforutah.com. What do you see as the 2 or 3 top priorities if you're elected to the House of Representatives?
Definitely fiscal discipline, limited government, personal responsibility. We have got to make government smaller. We are overspending. If we're going to provide for everyone from cradle to grave, there will never be enough money. 2, we've got to allow the private sector to come out and create growth. Third, and not in any particular order, by the way, we have got to make sure that the document that these guys have sworn to uphold, we hold them to that, because that's the document that protects us from policymakers, and that's the Constitution.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I think you'll find this very interesting. The first person to bring you to my attention, you ever hear the actor Gary Sinise?
No way. Are you kidding?
He shot me an email and he said, take a look at this lady. She seems awfully good. So, honest to God, it was... I hope I didn't get him in trouble because of politics.
Oh, gosh. I'd love to meet him. That would be great.
Isn't he a great guy? Well, he's a great patriot. Now, look, audience, we need to help here. It's loveforutah.com, LOVE 4, Utah.com. We wish you all the best. I want to thank you for speaking up for tens of millions of us in that wonderful speech you gave. You know, all of us have immigration in our background. Our families have all immigrated here at some point. Well, not everybody, but most. And you spoke for all of us.
Well, thank you so much. I'm just doing what I can. I am first and foremost a wife, a mother, an American, and it's time for us to stand up and say, hope and change lives with us, not with government. And so, you know, I need everyone to come in and stand up with me and help me with this fight and make sure that we don't allow the left to buy the seat. So.
And I want people to know you're the mayor currently of Sarasota Springs, Utah. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
And that's a growing town, isn't it?
It is. We've actually grown 1,700% in less than 10 years.
By the way, your opponent always pretends to be a fiscal conservative, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, we're going to make sure that everyone knows exactly what the records are. We're going to make sure that it's just about facts on the issues. Now, let people know that he voted for the president's stimulus package. We're going to let them know that he voted for cash for clunkers for Obamacare. We're going to let them know all of these things and make sure that these aren't Utah values, by the way. Utah doesn't want any of these things. So, we're going to let them know that.
Listen, it was a great pleasure and an honor to meet you, and I'd love to have you back if you'll come back.
I'd love to. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate it.
All right, Mia. God bless and good luck to you. Wow, she's good. Really good. Mayor of Sarasota Springs, Utah. Let's help her. Come on, guys and gals. LoveForUtah.com. Go to my social site. Excuse me.